Hi everyone. Today I am going to do my final reflection about the data that I gathered during this clinical period. So let's go to remember that I was working with a group of 6 ELL students. All of them was ELL students, so I didn't have students with special needs. So during this practice, we saw some topics as writing linear equation, graphic linear equations, linear inequalities, systems of linear equations, and solving systems of linear equations. So in my last video, I reviewed solving system of linear equations. So in general, we saw two methods. One was by graphing and one was with the method of substitution. Okay, so we can see in the subject area that the students really had a good score. Most of them, just um, but this student didn't have a good score because in general he was not attending during this period of the clinical practice, so he didn't get a good score for that reason. However, we get a really good news because this student Casey was not attending at the beginning of the clinical practice, so he was getting really bad scores. However, when he started to attend the classes, he started to have to improve the scores. However, this was not really good. But he really is a good student, so he is very dedicated and smart. So it shows that in the last two classes, he really obtained good grades. So he really collaborated very well. He understands very good the vocabulary and the subject area. So he get 100% in the two last classes in the clinical practice. So in general, we can see that this student BM, sorry, AM. So AM is a student that was a regular student. She normally arrives late to class, so it continues until the end. It continues until the end. Okay, I think here I have here. Yes, this is for 70%, and this is the 100%. Yes, I'm sorry, I was a misconception here. So this student continue arriving late. So we talk with her a lot of times with the TA to recommend that you have to arrive early to class to have a better understanding. But well, I don't really know what was the problem. She cannot arrive early to class. In the case of BM, she was a really good student since the beginning, and she continued having good scores until the end. Here she just have bad scores because she didn't attend. However, I give them some opportunity to recover these grades, and she did really good. But I didn't correct this right now. But well, just in general, she had a really good scores in all the year, so she obtained a 100% at the end. This student, AM, also was a good student. Also he didn't attend the last class, but I gave them more time to do this, and he obtained good scores. However, he had a little problem sometimes to remind some concepts, so that's the reason because he didn't have the 100%, but he was very dedicated also. And finally, these students also was a really good student, YS. He since the beginning had a good scores all the time in vocabulary, in the subject area. And in general, my students are very collaborative. In general, I don't have problems with this. They really works. So sometimes the problems is that they don't really understand how to do some operations, or they have some mistakes when they are working. Most in the case of AM and AM. Yes, in the case of these two students, we could improve their grade, but in the case of KC, MB, and YS, they are really good students that can continue in the same way. Well, I think this is all. We can see how we really improve our grades since the beginning until the end, but in general, it was really good all the time. Thank you so much. It was